The camera lights flickered to life, signaling the beginning of yet another episode of 90 Day Fiancé, the tell-all. Gino Palazzolo shifted nervously in his chair, adjusting the brim of his fedora for what felt like the 100th time. He could feel his palms starting to sweat, though he knew this moment was inevitable. He had kept silent for long enough, trying to navigate the roller coaster of emotions and chaotic confrontations with Jasmine Pineda. But now, it was time to speak up. The room was filled with the cast of other couples, their eyes glued to Gino and Jasmine, waiting for the inevitable. The tension was palpable. Gino had always been a laid-back guy, not one to cause a scene, but what Jasmine had put him through, what she had hidden from him, had taken its toll. Across from him, Jasmine sat, her posture tense, her arms crossed in a defensive gesture. Her eyes flicked between the host and Gino, a hint of both anger and fear flashing in her expression. Jasmine always had a way of hiding behind her charm, a veneer of sweetness that, over time, had begun to peel away, revealing something far less innocent. Sean Robinson, ever the composed host, turned to Gino first. Her calm voice cut through the tension. "Gino, it's clear you've had your fair share of ups and downs with Jasmine. But tonight, you've said you want to finally clear the air. What's been going on behind the scenes?" Gino took a deep breath, his heart pounding in his chest. His mind was racing, but he knew one thing for sure: he couldn't let Jasmine's lies continue to shape his reality. He owed it to himself and to the world to tell the truth. "Jasmine has lied to me," Gino said, his voice steady but firm. "A lot. And I think it's time everyone knows the truth." He paused for a moment, looking directly at Jasmine, whose eyes narrowed in disbelief. "She's lied about her ex, about money, and about things that happened even after we got married. I've been too quiet for too long." Jasmine's lips twisted into a tight, almost mocking smile. "What lies, Gino? You're just mad because I don't do everything you want." The audience shifted uncomfortably, sensing the conflict rising. Sean leaned forward, her voice calm but insistent. "Gino, you say Jasmine lied about her ex. Can you elaborate on that?" Gino nodded, feeling the weight of the truth pressing down on him. "When we were dating, Jasmine told me she was completely done with her ex. She said they had no contact, that everything between them was over. But a few weeks ago, I found messages, texts, even phone calls, that said otherwise. She told him she missed him. That she wished things had worked out between them. She called him MIA more." The silence in the room was deafening. Even the other couples seemed taken aback. Jasmine's face turned pale, but she quickly recovered, shooting back, "That's a lie, Gino. Those were old messages. I told you about them. You're twisting things." But Gino was ready. He pulled his phone from his pocket and held it up for everyone to see. "I have the receipts, Jasmine. I have the texts, the screenshots. You didn't tell me about these." He scrolled through his phone, showing the evidence to the camera. "Here. Just a few weeks ago, while we were still together, you were texting him about how you wanted things to be different. And this one, right here, says you were thinking about going to visit him. Jasmine's face flushed crimson. That's not what it looks like, she insisted, her voice rising in panic. It's just, you don't understand. I needed closure, Gino. I was confused. Okay. Gino shook his head. Closure. Jasmine, you've been stringing me along with these lies. How could I trust you when you're still keeping secrets? The room was silent for a moment, and then Sean spoke again. Jasmine, do you want to respond?